Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Round 80! We got it!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Looking to throw, and that's caught by Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. First down, here's the run with Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd and 6. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is...
And the pressure gets to him again. And Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs? I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 plays in a row there where the defense just annihilates the running game.
Yeah, they feel pretty good about themselves right now, don't they? I can guarantee you in that huddle, man, we've got them on the run. They can't move the ball. And there's always one guy who says, hey, we might be getting set up for something. Make sure you loosen up a little bit and look for the big shot.
Yeah, have to be ready here in pass protection on 3rd down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse.
Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball.
Now Allen off the bootleg. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
So I'm not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery where they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You're talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The open man is Smith. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen got a man. It's Brown. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The Vikings in the hurry-up. They're hustling up to the line. And Diggs has it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll drop the throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. This time he'll look to throw. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign. That
takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Going deep for Diggs. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Brown with his stick skills. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play here for the Bills. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They will run with Singletary. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. They go right back to Singletary. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made.
And this is caught at the 20. A gain of 37. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it?
Oh, and it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. Throwing again. Allen, he'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only...
And that's caught. inside the 30. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On play action, they'll throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it in the